Laura had always been a beacon of hope in the pediatric intensive care unit. Her dedication to her job went beyond the call of duty, and she was known for her compassionate care. Laura's presence was a source of comfort to the families of her patients, who found solace in her warm smile and reassuring words. She had a special bond with each child she cared for, but none as profound as her connection with Daniel, a young boy in a vegetative state. Laura's determination and unwavering hope made her a beloved figure in the hospital. Daniel had been in the hospital for months, following a tragic accident that left him in his current condition. The staff often spoke of the vibrant child he once was, full of life and curiosity. His room was filled with toys and pictures, reminders of the boy who was still very much alive in the hearts of those who loved him. Laura had taken it upon herself to ensure that Daniel received the best possible care. Even though he couldn't respond to her efforts, she treated him with the same love and attention she would her own child. Laura's motivations were deeply personal. Having lost her own son to a similar condition, she saw Daniel as a chance to redeem herself, to do for him what she couldn't do for her son. Every day, she would sit by his bedside, talking to him, reading stories, and playing his favorite songs. She believed that, somehow, he could hear her, that her voice might reach through the fog of his unconsciousness and bring him back to life. This belief kept her going, day after day. Despite his condition, Daniel's presence in the hospital was palpable. His parents visited daily, clinging to the hope that he would wake up. They shared stories of his life before the accident, painting a picture of a boy who loved soccer and had an infectious laugh. Laura listened intently, adding these details to the stories she told him, trying to create a bridge between his past and the present. Her dedication to Daniel was unwavering, and she became a pillar of support for his family. The relationship between Laura and Daniel was unique. It wasn't just the professional duty of a nurse caring for her patient. It was a bond forged in the crucible of shared suffering and unspoken hope. Laura felt a deep connection to Daniel, as if his silent struggle mirrored her own. This connection drove her to fight for him every single day, to never give up, no matter how bleak the situation seemed. Her colleagues often marveled at her resilience and compassion. Laura's days were filled with routines and rituals centered around Daniel's care. She meticulously monitored his vital signs, adjusted his medications, and ensured that he was as comfortable as possible. But it was the moments she spent talking to him, telling him stories, and playing music that she cherished the most. She believed these small acts of kindness could make a difference, even if she couldn't see the results immediately. Her hope was a light in the darkness. Daniel's parents, Maria and Jorge, were eternally grateful for Laura's dedication. They had seen many nurses come and go, but none had connected with Daniel the way Laura did. Her compassion gave them hope and strength to continue their vigil. They often spoke of her as an angel sent to care for their son. Laura, in turn, found solace in their gratitude, which reinforced her belief that she was making a difference in Daniel's life, no matter how small. As weeks turned into months, Laura's bond with Daniel grew stronger. She could sense his presence in the room, feel the subtle shifts in his condition, and even anticipate his needs. It was as if they had developed a silent communication. Laura's colleagues noticed this connection and often sought her advice on how to care for other patients. Her expertise and empathy made her an invaluable member of the team, and her dedication to Daniel was an inspiration to all. Laura's connection to Daniel wasn't just emotional, it was also deeply professional. She worked closely with the medical team, discussing treatment options and exploring new therapies that might help him. Her insights were invaluable, and her colleagues often relied on her observations to make critical decisions. Laura's dedication went beyond the typical nurse-patient relationship. She was an advocate, a caregiver, and a friend to Daniel and his family. Her commitment was unwavering. The bond between Laura and Daniel was a testament to the power of compassion and hope. It transcended the boundaries of professional duty and entered the realm of genuine human connection. Laura's unwavering belief in Daniel's potential recovery fueled her actions and inspired those around her. Her dedication was a beacon of hope in the often bleak environment of the intensive care unit. This connection would soon face an unexpected test that would challenge everything Laura believed in. Every morning, Laura followed a well-established routine. She would enter Daniel's room, the scent of antiseptic in the air, and begin her daily rituals. Laura spoke to Daniel as if he could respond, her voice a soothing presence in the sterile environment. She would read him his favorite stories, the ones his parents said he loved. Each word was a bridge of connection, a testament to her unwavering hope that he could hear her, that he was aware in some small way. This routine was as much for her as it was for him, a constant in the midst of uncertainty. The staff admired Laura's dedication, often pausing to watch her interactions with Daniel. It was evident that her care extended beyond professional duty. It was personal, heartfelt. Laura believed in the power of her words, her presence. She believed that every story she read, every song she played, brought Daniel closer to waking up. Her belief was infectious, spreading hope among the staff and Daniel's family. This daily routine became a symbol of resilience and hope in the pediatric intensive care unit. One particular morning, Laura noticed something different. As she read a story about a brave knight and his adventures, she thought she saw a flicker of movement from Daniel's hand. It was so slight that she questioned whether she had imagined it. Her heart raced, but she maintained her composure, continuing to read with the same calm, steady voice. She didn't want to alarm anyone until she was sure. The possibility, however small, that Daniel might be showing signs of awareness filled her with a cautious optimism. Laura spent the rest of the day in a heightened state of alertness, watching Daniel closely for any further signs. She repeated the story, hoping to elicit another response, but Daniel remained still. Despite this, Laura couldn't shake the feeling that something was different. She shared her observation with a colleague, who suggested they monitor Daniel more closely over the next few days. This small spark of hope was enough to reignite the entire team's dedication to Daniel's care. As days passed, Laura continued her routine with renewed vigor. She read to Daniel, talked to him about the events of the day, and played his favorite music. She wanted to create a rich, sensory environment that might stimulate his mind. Laura's interactions with Daniel took on a new intensity. Every word, every note was imbued with a sense of purpose. Her colleagues noticed this change and rallied around her, supporting her efforts to reach Daniel in any way possible. The atmosphere in Daniel's room began to shift. What was once a place of quiet resignation became a hub of cautious optimism. Laura's dedication had inspired others to take a more active role in Daniel's care. Nurses, doctors, and therapists all began to engage with him more, each interaction a potential spark to awaken his consciousness. This collective effort created a palpable sense of hope and determination, a testament to the power of belief and human connection. Laura's relationship with Daniel deepened. She found herself speaking to him not just as a nurse, but as a confidant, sharing stories of her life, her hopes, and her fears. She imagined that, in some way, Daniel could understand and appreciate these moments of vulnerability. This emotional connection was therapeutic for Laura, helping her cope with the demands of her job and the personal loss she still carried. It also created a deeper, more profound bond between her and Daniel. The flicker of movement Laura had witnessed became a focal point of her day. She documented every detail, every nuance, and discussed her observations with the medical team. Together, they formulated a plan to monitor Daniel more closely, using advanced diagnostic tools to detect any signs of neural activity. This collaborative effort brought a renewed sense of purpose to everyone involved in Daniel's care. The possibility of his recovery, however slim, was a beacon of hope in their daily lives. Daniel's parents, Maria and Jorge, were cautiously optimistic. Laura's dedication and the team's renewed efforts gave them hope, but they were also afraid of false promises. They had experienced so many ups and downs over the months, each small improvement followed by a setback. Yet, they couldn't help but feel a glimmer of hope. They continued to visit daily, sharing stories and updates with Laura, who in turn kept them informed of any new developments. This shared journey brought them closer together, a united front in the face of uncertainty. As the days turned into weeks, the entire team remained vigilant. Laura's initial observation had sparked a renewed sense of hope and determination. Every member of the staff, from doctors to orderlies, contributed to creating an environment that might stimulate Daniel's recovery. This collective effort was more than just a medical intervention. It was an expression of human compassion and resilience. Laura's unwavering belief in Daniel's potential recovery was the driving force behind this movement, a testament to the power of hope and connection. One ordinary day, while Laura was gently massaging Daniel's hand, she felt an unmistakable twitch. Her heart skipped a beat as she stared at his hand, waiting to see if it would happen again. The room was silent except for the steady beeping of the monitors, but to Laura, it felt like the world had stopped. Could this be a sign of recovery? She didn't dare to hope too much, fearing it might just be an involuntary spasm. Nevertheless, she couldn't ignore what she had seen and felt. Laura reported the incident to the medical team, her voice a mix of excitement and caution. The doctors listened attentively, understanding the gravity of such a sign. They decided to increase their monitoring of Daniel, hoping to catch any further signs of movement or awareness. This new development injected a sense of urgency and anticipation into their daily routine. Everyone was on high alert, their eyes trained on Daniel for any indication of progress. Days passed without any further signs, and the initial excitement began to wane. Laura, however, remained vigilant. She continued her daily rituals with Daniel, her hope unshaken. She believed in the power of her presence, in the stories she read, and in the connection they shared. Each day, she would replay the moment in her mind, questioning if it had been real. Her colleagues supported her, sharing her cautious optimism, but also reminding her of the need for patience and persistence. Then, one afternoon, as Laura was reading a particularly engaging story, she saw it again. A slight movement of Daniel's fingers. This time, she was certain it wasn't her imagination. She quickly called in a colleague to witness it, and together they watched as Daniel's hand twitched again. The news spread quickly through the ward, reigniting the hope that had started to fade. Laura's heart swelled with a mix of fear and excitement. What did this mean for Daniel's recovery? The medical team convened to discuss the next steps. They decided to perform a series of tests to determine if Daniel was showing signs of neurological improvement. Laura was involved in every step of the process, her insights and observations proving invaluable. She felt a renewed sense of purpose, a validation of her unwavering belief in Daniel's potential. The tests were extensive and exhausting, but Laura's dedication never wavered. She stayed by Daniel's side, offering words of encouragement and hope. As the tests progressed, the medical team began to see small but significant signs of neural activity. These findings, though preliminary, were enough to justify a more aggressive approach to Daniel's treatment. Laura was overjoyed but also anxious. She knew the road ahead would be long and fraught with challenges. Yet, she was ready to face whatever came, buoyed by the small victories they had already achieved. Her faith in Daniel's recovery was stronger than ever. Laura's relationship with Daniel deepened with each passing day. She felt an even stronger connection to him, as if they were partners in a shared journey. Her colleagues noticed this bond and often turned to her for guidance and support. Laura's resilience and hope were contagious, inspiring everyone around her to give their best for Daniel. The ward, once a place of routine care, became a hub of intense activity and collective effort, all focused on one goal: Daniel's recovery. Daniel's parents were cautiously hopeful. They had witnessed many false starts in the past, and they were careful not to let their hopes get too high. However, Laura's dedication and the medical team's thorough approach gave them a renewed sense of optimism. They continued to visit daily, participating in Daniel's care and sharing stories of his past. Each day, they saw small signs of improvement, fueling their hope and strengthening their resolve. They were ready to support Daniel in any way possible. As the team continued to work tirelessly, they began to notice more consistent signs of improvement. Daniel's movements became more frequent, and his responses to stimuli more pronounced. Laura's heart soared with each new sign, her belief in Daniel's recovery vindicated. The entire ward rallied around them, creating an environment of support and encouragement. Laura knew they were on the cusp of something extraordinary, but she also understood the need for patience and persistence. The journey was far from over, but they were making progress. Laura's unwavering belief and the team's collective efforts had brought them to a pivotal moment. They were poised on the edge of a breakthrough, each day bringing them closer to understanding Daniel's condition. The air was thick with anticipation, every small sign meticulously documented and analyzed. Laura's heart was full of hope and determination. She knew that whatever happened next, they had already achieved something incredible. The challenge was far from over, but together, they were ready to face it head-on. With the slight movements confirmed, Laura's vigilance intensified. Each day, she meticulously observed Daniel, her heart racing with every twitch or flutter. She documented everything, from the smallest finger movement to the subtlest change in his facial expression. Her notebook became a chronicle of hope, filled with detailed notes and times, a testament to her unwavering dedication. Laura's colleagues shared her cautious optimism, their collective efforts creating a palpable sense of anticipation throughout the ward. Laura's days became a blend of routine care and intense observation. She continued to read to Daniel, choosing stories that were rich in imagery and emotion, hoping they would spark something within him. Her voice was a constant presence in his room, a thread of connection that she believed was reaching him. She also played his favorite music, the melodies filling the room with a sense of familiarity and comfort. Laura was determined to create an environment that would stimulate Daniel's senses and encourage his recovery. The medical team, fueled by Laura's findings, decided to implement more advanced monitoring techniques. They set up equipment to track Daniel's neural activity, hoping to detect any patterns that could indicate cognitive function. Laura was deeply involved in this process, her observations guiding the placement and calibration of the sensors. The data they collected provided a new layer of insight into Daniel's condition, revealing subtle signs of responsiveness that had previously gone unnoticed. Each new piece of information was a step closer to understanding his state. The tension in the ward grew as the days passed. Laura could feel the weight of expectation pressing down on her, a mixture of hope and fear. She knew that every small sign of progress could just as easily lead to disappointment. Yet, she refused to let doubt take root. Her belief in Daniel's potential for recovery remained steadfast. She continued to share her observations with the team, her voice steady and confident. This unwavering faith became a source of strength for everyone involved in Daniel's care. Laura's emotional journey was intense. She experienced moments of exhilaration when Daniel showed signs of improvement, followed by periods of doubt when his progress seemed to stall. Each day was a roller coaster of emotions, but Laura's dedication never wavered. She found solace in her routine, in the stories she read and the songs she played. These small rituals provided a sense of normalcy and control in an otherwise uncertain situation. Her colleagues admired her resilience and drew strength from her example. The bond between Laura and Daniel deepened further. She felt an almost telepathic connection to him, as if she could sense his needs and emotions. This connection guided her actions, informing her decisions and reinforcing her belief in his recovery. Laura often found herself speaking to Daniel as if he were fully aware, sharing her thoughts and feelings. These moments of vulnerability were cathartic for her, a way to process her own grief and hope. Her connection to Daniel was a source of strength, driving her to fight for his recovery with renewed vigor. As the monitoring continued, the medical team began to notice more consistent signs of neural activity. Daniel's brain was responding to stimuli, albeit in subtle ways. This finding was both exciting and nerve-wracking. It suggested that Daniel was aware on some level, but the extent of his consciousness remained unclear. The team decided to conduct more comprehensive tests to explore these findings further. Laura was at the center of these efforts, her detailed notes and observations proving invaluable. Daniel's parents, Maria and Jorge, were kept informed of every development. Laura made sure they understood the significance of each new sign, providing them with hope and clarity. They were cautiously optimistic, their emotions a mix of hope and fear. The possibility of Daniel's recovery was both a dream and a source of anxiety. They clung to Laura's words, finding comfort in her unwavering belief. Together, they faced each new day with a sense of unity and determination, ready to support Daniel in any way they could. The atmosphere in the ward was electric with anticipation. Each member of the medical team was invested in Daniel's recovery, their efforts driven by a shared sense of purpose. Laura's leadership and dedication had inspired everyone, creating a cohesive and determined team. They worked tirelessly, each small success building on the last. The journey was arduous, filled with setbacks and challenges, but their collective hope remained unshaken. Laura knew they were on the brink of something significant, and she was ready to face whatever came next. Laura's unwavering belief and the team's collective efforts were bringing them closer to a breakthrough. The signs of progress, though small, were consistent and encouraging. Every day, they gathered more data, each new piece adding to their understanding of Daniel's condition. Laura's heart was filled with a mix of hope and fear, but she remained focused on the goal. The journey was far from over, but with each passing day, they were one step closer to unraveling the mystery of Daniel's state and potentially bringing him back to consciousness. One night, the ward was unusually quiet. Laura was sitting by Daniel's bedside, reading softly as she did every evening. The dim lights cast a gentle glow over the room, creating an atmosphere of calm and serenity. Suddenly, in the midst of her reading, Laura saw Daniel's eyes flutter open. She froze, her heart pounding in her chest. For a moment, she thought she was dreaming. But as Daniel's eyes opened wider, she realized this was no dream. Laura leaned in closer, her voice trembling as she spoke his name. Daniel's eyes scanned the room, confused and disoriented. Laura's heart raced as she tried to keep her composure. She gently called his name again, her voice steadying. Daniel's gaze eventually settled on her, and he attempted to speak. His words were faint, barely a whisper, but they were unmistakably real. Tears filled Laura's eyes as she realized the significance of this moment. Daniel was conscious, and he was trying to communicate. The realization hit her like a wave, a mix of joy and fear surging through her. As Daniel murmured incomprehensible words, Laura quickly called for the medical team. The room, once quiet, was now buzzing with activity. Doctors and nurses rushed in, their faces a mix of shock and excitement. They began assessing Daniel, checking his vitals, and asking him simple questions. His responses were weak and fragmented, but each word was a miracle. Laura stood by, her heart swelling with hope. She knew this was just the beginning of a long journey, but it was a monumental step forward. Amid the flurry of medical activity, Daniel began to recount details of events that occurred while he was in a vegetative state. He mentioned specific conversations and described scenes he should have had no awareness of. The medical team exchanged puzzled glances, trying to make sense of his words. Laura felt a chill run down her spine. How could Daniel know these things? The mystery deepened, adding an unexpected layer of intrigue to his recovery. The team decided to document everything he said for further investigation. Laura was torn between her joy at Daniel's awakening and the unsettling implications of his knowledge. She listened intently as he spoke, her mind racing to comprehend the situation. Daniel described a world that existed beyond his physical limitations, a place where he seemed to be aware despite his vegetative state. His words painted a picture of a reality that defied medical explanation. Laura's belief in miracles was reinforced, but she also felt a creeping sense of unease. What did this mean for Daniel's future? The medical team decided to run a series of tests to understand the extent of Daniel's cognitive functions. His ability to recall specific events suggested a level of awareness that was previously unimaginable. Laura stayed close, her presence a constant source of comfort for Daniel. She watched as the doctors performed neurological tests, scanning his brain for activity. The results were both baffling and hopeful, showing unexpected levels of neural function. Daniel's recovery was not just physical but seemed to touch on the metaphysical. Daniel's parents, Maria and Jorge, arrived at the hospital to find their son awake and speaking. Their emotions overflowed as they embraced him, tears streaming down their faces. Laura stood by, feeling a profound sense of fulfillment. She had fought for this moment, and now it was real. The family's reunion was a poignant reminder of the power of hope and perseverance. Yet, the mystery of Daniel's awareness lingered, casting a shadow over the celebration. There were questions that needed answers, and the journey was far from over. As the days passed, Daniel continued to show signs of improvement. His speech became clearer, and his movements more coordinated. The medical team was cautiously optimistic, aware that his recovery would be a long and complex process. Laura remained by his side, her dedication unwavering. She continued to read to him, share stories, and engage him in conversations. Each interaction was a step forward, a building block in his journey back to a semblance of normalcy. The road ahead was daunting, but Laura was ready to face it with Daniel. The hospital buzzed with talk of Daniel's miraculous recovery. Staff members from other departments came to witness the boy who had defied all expectations. Laura found herself at the center of this attention, her role in Daniel's journey becoming a source of inspiration for many. She remained humble, focusing on the work still to be done. Daniel's recovery was not a conclusion but a new beginning, filled with challenges and uncertainties. Laura's belief in him was stronger than ever, fueling her dedication to his care. Daniel's case became a topic of discussion among medical professionals. Theories and hypotheses were proposed to explain his unexpected recovery and knowledge of events. Laura participated in these discussions, offering her insights and observations. The mystery of Daniel's awareness remained unsolved, a puzzle that intrigued and baffled the medical community. Laura's faith in the miraculous was validated, but she also sought scientific understanding. The balance between hope and reason guided her actions, ensuring that Daniel received the best possible care. With Daniel's unexpected awakening, the medical team and Laura found themselves delving deeper into the mystery of his awareness. They meticulously investigated the details he had mentioned, cross-referencing them with hospital records and conversations. To their amazement, Daniel's descriptions were eerily accurate, matching events he should have had no knowledge of. This discovery added a layer of wonder and awe to his recovery, but it also raised questions that no one could easily answer. Laura felt a profound sense of validation mixed with a deep curiosity about the nature of consciousness and the human spirit. Laura's dedication to Daniel remained unwavering as he continued to show signs of improvement. His speech, though initially fragmented, became more coherent each day. The medical team monitored his progress closely, adjusting his treatment plan to support his recovery. Laura was at the center of these efforts, her compassionate care and intuitive understanding of Daniel playing a crucial role. She felt an immense sense of responsibility and hope, believing that every small step forward was a testament to the power of love and perseverance. The entire hospital staff was captivated by Daniel's story. His recovery was a beacon of hope in the often grim world of intensive care. Laura's colleagues rallied around her, offering support and sharing in the joy of Daniel's progress. The atmosphere in the ward was transformed, filled with a renewed sense of purpose and optimism. Laura's belief in Daniel had inspired a collective effort that transcended professional duty, becoming a shared mission driven by compassion and faith. As Daniel's cognitive functions improved, he began to engage more with his surroundings. He responded to questions, recognized familiar faces, and even smiled. These small victories were monumental for Laura and the medical team. Each sign of progress was celebrated, reinforcing their commitment to his care. Laura continued her daily rituals, reading to Daniel and playing his favorite music, creating a nurturing environment that supported his healing. Her bond with Daniel grew stronger, and she felt deeply connected to his journey of recovery. The mystery of Daniel's awareness during his vegetative state remained unsolved, but it brought a sense of wonder and hope to everyone involved. Laura often pondered the implications of his knowledge, feeling both awe and a desire to understand the deeper meaning. She discussed these thoughts with the medical team, exploring the possibilities of consciousness and the human mind. Their conversations were both scientific and philosophical, blending their professional expertise with a shared sense of amazement at the miraculous nature of Daniel's recovery. Daniel's parents, Maria and Jorge, were overjoyed by his progress. They visited daily, participating in his care and cherishing every moment with him. Their gratitude towards Laura and the medical team was boundless. They had witnessed a transformation they had only dreamed of, and their faith in Daniel's recovery was unshaken. Laura found immense fulfillment in their gratitude, knowing that her efforts had made a tangible difference. She felt a profound sense of purpose and validation, her belief in the power of hope and compassion reaffirmed. The medical team decided to conduct a comprehensive review of Daniel's case, documenting his recovery and the mysterious details he had recounted. Laura played a key role in this process, providing insights and observations that were crucial to understanding his journey. The review aimed to contribute to the broader medical community's knowledge, offering potential insights into similar cases. Laura felt a sense of pride and responsibility, knowing that Daniel's story could inspire and inform others. This effort was a way to honor his remarkable journey and the collective dedication that had supported him. Laura's bond with Daniel continued to deepen. She felt an emotional connection that went beyond professional care, a shared journey of hope and resilience. Her experiences with Daniel had profoundly impacted her, shaping her understanding of compassion and the human spirit. Laura often reflected on her own loss and found solace in the progress Daniel was making. She realized that her work with him was a way to heal her own wounds, a path of redemption and fulfillment. This realization brought her peace and a renewed sense of purpose. As the days turned into weeks, Daniel's recovery continued to amaze everyone. He regained more of his cognitive and physical functions, each milestone a testament to his strength and the unwavering support of those around him. The ward, once a place of quiet desperation, was now filled with laughter, hope, and a sense of community. Laura's belief in Daniel had created a ripple effect, inspiring everyone to believe in the possibility of miracles. Her story was a powerful reminder of the impact one person can have when driven by love and dedication. The journey was far from over, but the progress made was nothing short of miraculous. Laura and the medical team remained committed to supporting Daniel's continued recovery. The mystery of his awareness lingered, a poignant reminder of the unexplained wonders of life. Laura's heart was full, her faith in the power of hope and compassion reaffirmed. She knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, united by a shared belief in the possibility of miracles and the profound connection that had brought them to this moment. The hospital room where Daniel's story unfolded was a place of quiet resilience and enduring hope. The walls were painted a soothing shade of blue, intended to bring a sense of calm to patients and their families. Posters of cheerful animals and vibrant landscapes adorned the walls, remnants of a time when the room was filled with laughter and play. The soft hum of medical equipment provided a constant background, a reminder of the fragile balance between life and death that hung over the intensive care unit. Daniel's bed was the focal point of the room, surrounded by monitors that tracked his every vital sign. Tubes and wires connected him to various machines, a visual representation of the delicate thread that tethered him to life. His face, once lively and expressive, was now pale and still, framed by the soft glow of the overhead light. Despite the clinical setting, Laura had managed to infuse the space with warmth and hope. She brought in small personal touches, like a stuffed animal Daniel once cherished and a photo of him smiling, which served as a beacon of the boy who was still there, fighting to return. The room was filled with a mix of scents, From the antiseptic smell of the hospital to the faint aroma of lavender from a diffuser Laura had placed by Daniel's bedside. She believed in the power of sensory stimulation, hoping that familiar scents might reach through the fog of his unconsciousness. The music she played for him added another layer to the sensory environment. Classical melodies filled the room, their gentle notes weaving through the air and creating a soothing backdrop for her daily rituals. Laura's voice, calm and steady, was a constant presence, reading stories and speaking words of encouragement. The atmosphere in Daniel's room was one of quiet determination. Each member of the medical team moved with a purposeful grace, their actions precise and deliberate. They spoke in hushed tones, their voices filled with a mixture of hope and caution. The tension was palpable, a mix of professional detachment and deep emotional investment. Laura's presence was a grounding force, her unwavering belief in Daniel's recovery infusing the room with a sense of possibility. Her eyes, always watchful, captured every detail, every small sign of change, and her heart remained steadfast in its hope. Laura herself was a study in quiet strength. She wore her scrubs with an air of calm authority, her movements measured and confident. Her face, though often tired, radiated a warmth that brought comfort to those around her. The light in her eyes never dimmed, reflecting her inner resolve and compassion. She was the heart of the room, her dedication a beacon that guided the medical team and comforted Daniel's family. Her voice, whether reading a story or discussing medical details, was a constant source of reassurance. Laura's touch, gentle and soothing, communicated her unwavering support and love for Daniel. The emotional atmosphere in the room was thick with anticipation. Each twitch of Daniel's fingers, each flutter of his eyelids, was met with bated breath. Laura's heart would leap with each small sign, her hope rekindled anew. The medical team shared this heightened sense of awareness, their focus sharp and intense. They knew that every moment counted, that each small step forward was a victory. The collective energy in the room was one of hope tempered with caution, a delicate dance between expectation and reality. Laura's belief in Daniel's recovery was the anchor that held them all together. As Daniel began to show more signs of consciousness, the room's atmosphere shifted. There was an undercurrent of excitement, a sense of impending breakthrough. Laura could feel it in the air, in the way her colleagues moved, in the way they spoke. The once silent room was now filled with the sounds of life. Daniel's tentative words, the hum of equipment, and the soft murmur of voices discussing his progress. The room, which had been a place of silent waiting, was now a hub of activity and hope. Laura's heart swelled with each new sign, her faith in Daniel's recovery growing stronger every day. The sensory details of the room became more vivid as Daniel's awareness increased. He began to respond to the stories Laura read, his eyes following her movements, his fingers occasionally twitching in response. The scent of lavender seemed to calm him, and the music she played brought a peaceful expression to his face. Each sensory input was a thread in the tapestry of his recovery, a way to reach through the fog and bring him back to life. Laura's presence, with her soothing voice and gentle touch, was the constant that anchored him, guiding him through the darkness and into the light. The emotional connection between Laura and Daniel deepened with each passing day. She could sense his responses, feel his emotions in a way that transcended words. This connection was a lifeline for both of them, a source of strength and hope. Laura's dedication was unwavering, her belief in Daniel's potential unshaken. The room, once a place of uncertainty, was now filled with the warmth of their bond. It was a sanctuary of hope and healing, a testament to the power of human connection and the resilience of the human spirit. As the journey continued, the room remained a place of profound transformation. The sensory and emotional details that filled the space were a reflection of the incredible progress Daniel was making. Laura's unwavering belief and the collective efforts of the medical team had created an environment where miracles seemed possible. Each day brought new signs of recovery, each moment a step closer to understanding the mystery of Daniel's awareness. The room was a testament to the power of hope, compassion, and the unbreakable bond between a dedicated nurse and her patient. The emotional journey between Laura and Daniel was a profound testament to the power of human connection. Laura's unwavering dedication and compassion created a bond that transcended the typical nurse-patient relationship. Each day, as she cared for Daniel, her heart filled with a deep sense of purpose. She spoke to him with a warmth that conveyed her hope and belief in his recovery. Her words were a lifeline, a constant presence that Daniel seemed to respond to on some deep, instinctual level. The connection between them was palpable, an unspoken understanding that provided strength and comfort. Laura's vulnerability in her moments with Daniel created an atmosphere of empathy and tenderness. She often shared personal stories, revealing her own struggles and hopes. These moments of honesty fostered a deeper emotional connection, allowing her to process her grief while providing Daniel with a sense of companionship. Laura's tears, shed in quiet moments of reflection, were a testament to her profound empathy. She felt Daniel's struggle as if it were her own, her heart breaking for the boy who had faced such unimaginable challenges. As Daniel began to show signs of awareness, the emotional connection between them intensified. Laura's heart swelled with hope each time he responded to her voice or touch. She marveled at his resilience, inspired by his will to fight through the darkness. Her presence was a constant source of comfort and encouragement, guiding him through the difficult moments of his recovery. The bond they shared became a beacon of hope, a symbol of the power of love and determination. Laura's dedication was unwavering, her belief in Daniel's potential fueling her every action. The entire medical team felt the emotional impact of Laura and Daniel's journey. Their story resonated deeply, inspiring a collective sense of empathy and compassion. Each member of the team was invested in Daniel's recovery, their efforts driven by the emotional connection they felt. Laura's leadership and dedication set the tone, creating an environment of support and encouragement. The ward was filled with a sense of unity, a shared mission to help Daniel reclaim his life. The emotional connection that Laura had fostered extended beyond her and Daniel, touching everyone involved in his care. Daniel's parents, Maria and Jorge, were profoundly moved by Laura's dedication. They often expressed their gratitude, their voices filled with emotion. They saw in Laura a kindred spirit, someone who understood their pain and shared their hope. Their relationship with Laura became a source of strength, a support system in the midst of uncertainty. Laura's empathy and compassion provided them with comfort, her unwavering belief in Daniel's recovery giving them hope. The bond between them was a testament to the power of human connection and the importance of emotional support in the healing process. As Daniel's condition improved, the emotional connection between him and Laura became even more apparent. His responses to her voice, his recognition of her presence, were signs of a deep, unspoken bond. Laura's heart soared with each new sign of progress, her emotions a mix of joy and relief. She felt a profound sense of fulfillment, knowing that her efforts were making a tangible difference. The journey was far from over, but each step forward reinforced the strength of their connection. Laura's belief in Daniel's recovery was unwavering, her love and compassion guiding them through every challenge. The emotional atmosphere in Daniel's room was a reflection of the profound bond between him and Laura. Each touch, each word, was imbued with a sense of care and tenderness. The room was a sanctuary of hope and healing, a place where miracles seemed possible. Laura's presence was a constant source of comfort, her voice a soothing balm for Daniel's soul. The emotional connection they shared was a testament to the power of empathy and compassion, a reminder that love can bridge even the most challenging circumstances. Their journey was a powerful example of the impact of emotional connection in the healing process. Laura's colleagues often remarked on the unique bond between her and Daniel. They saw the way he responded to her, the way her presence seemed to calm and comfort him. This emotional connection was a source of inspiration for the entire team. It reminded them of the importance of compassion and empathy in their work. Laura's dedication to Daniel became a model of care, a standard to strive for. Her belief in the power of human connection was evident in every interaction, her actions a testament to the impact of love and compassion in the healing journey. The emotional journey of Laura and Daniel was a powerful narrative that touched the hearts of everyone involved. It was a story of hope, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between a nurse and her patient. Laura's unwavering dedication and compassion created an environment where miracles seemed possible. Each day brought new signs of progress, each moment a step closer to recovery. The emotional connection between them was a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of love and empathy. Laura's belief in Daniel's potential was unshaken, her heart filled with the hope that their journey would lead to a miraculous recovery. As Daniel continued to recover, the emotional connection between him and Laura remained strong. Their journey was a testament to the power of human connection, a powerful narrative of hope and resilience. Laura's unwavering belief in Daniel's recovery had created a ripple effect, inspiring everyone around them. The room, once filled with uncertainty, was now a sanctuary of hope and healing. Laura's presence, her love and compassion, had made all the difference. Their story was far from over, but the bond they shared would guide them through whatever challenges lay ahead, a testament to the enduring power of love and human connection. As Daniel continued his remarkable journey towards recovery, the bond between him and Laura became a beacon of hope for everyone who witnessed it. Their story was a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the profound impact of compassion and unwavering belief. Laura's dedication, combined with the collective efforts of the medical team, had brought Daniel back from the brink, creating a narrative that was both heartwarming and inspirational. This journey, filled with moments of doubt and triumph, showcased the incredible power of hope and love. Laura's unwavering belief in Daniel's potential had guided her through the darkest moments. Her compassion and dedication had not only provided Daniel with the best possible care, but had also inspired everyone around them. The hospital staff, Daniel's parents, and even other patients found solace and hope in their story. Laura's actions demonstrated that with perseverance, empathy, and a deep connection, miracles were indeed possible. Her journey with Daniel was a shining example of how one person's dedication could transform lives and inspire a community. As Daniel's condition continued to improve, the mystery of his awareness during his vegetative state remained a source of wonder and curiosity. The details he recounted, which he should have had no knowledge of, added an element of the miraculous to his recovery. This mystery, combined with his physical and cognitive progress, created a narrative that was both scientifically intriguing and emotionally profound. The journey of understanding and recovery was far from over, but the progress made was a testament to the power of hope, love, and human connection. For those following this incredible story, the journey of Laura and Daniel offers a powerful reminder of the importance of compassion and dedication. It shows that even in the darkest moments, there is always hope. Laura's story encourages us to believe in the potential for miracles and to never give up on those we care for. The emotional connection she fostered with Daniel became the foundation for his recovery, illustrating the profound impact that empathy and love can have in the healing process. If you've been moved by this story, I encourage you to join us in continuing to follow Laura and Daniel's journey. Make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update on their progress and other inspiring stories. By subscribing and turning on notifications, you'll be the first to know about new videos that showcase the power of hope, resilience, and human connection. Additionally, leave a comment below with the word Amen if you believe in the power of hope and miracles. Your support helps us to continue sharing these incredible stories with the world. And if you'd like to support our work further, please consider visiting the link in the pinned comment to buy us a coffee. Your contributions help us to keep bringing you these heartwarming and inspiring stories every day. Each cup of coffee supports the time and effort that goes into creating content that touches lives and brings hope. Thank you for being part of our community and for believing in the power of compassion and human connection. Together, we can continue to share stories that inspire and uplift. Stay tuned for the next story that's coming up on your screen. We promise it will be just as moving and captivating as Laura and Daniel's journey. Your continued support and engagement make all the difference. We look forward to sharing more incredible tales of hope and resilience with you. Thank you for watching, and remember to always hold on to hope, no matter how challenging the journey may seem.